Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Maya Bar here, bringing you a brand new FIFA 16 series. This series is going to be called Loser World Cup, and what it is all the teams that did not make the FIFA 14 World Cup, such as Denmark, Sweden, and a couple others, are going to be featured here in this one, where I take all the teams that didn't and go from Division 9 all the way to Division 1 to win the division, or in this case, the World Cup. Now, I started off with Denmark because I made this team a couple of weeks ago, and they're pretty good. If you guys haven't tried it out, try it. And it came to mind with that series. Now, after this division, I would like for you guys to choose what country I choose next. And I would like to keep it under 50K per team, just to give it more of a difficult level. So the first team I play against is Real Hattrick, and I was like, oh crap, he's been playing FIFA since FIFA 11. And he might have a really good team, but in this case it wasn't. He had Gerrard, Lampard, Doumbia, Martins, who are very fast, and then Drogba up top for some strength. But Lampard and Gerrard, if you guys haven't tried them out, their long shots are extremely good, and you'll see it in this video soon. Now, I didn't really recognize anyone else on the team except for Anoa, which I know he's a big, fast center back. But besides that, so I was like, this should be an easy win. And right off the bat, started off doing some lovely skills that didn't do anything. Højbjerg, if you guys haven't tried him out and you need someone to replace, say, Eriksen, and he's Danish, try him out. He's really good. And Vibe is amazing. He has scored in the last 6 games for me, and he just scored again. So, I mean, you really can't kill his Vibe. Hashtag Kendrick Lamar. So, great start for us. 2 minutes in, and we score. But here comes him right on the counterattack with Martins, and he shoots it way wide. I was like, thank God that went wide, because I made a great tackle at the beginning and then Agger just missed. But look at this. Fisher keeps it in off the little flick that I did by accident. If you guys haven't tried him on career mode, he's really good. He can go up to like an 85 or 86, and he's really young, and he's pretty cheap to be for career mode. But Sisto, he's actually really good with free kicks, but not when it's close range. I was so ticked when that went wide, because this dude was all over me after I scored that first goal. But then Fisher intercepts a really bad pass by him, and I started doing some skill moves, but then I was like, are you kidding me? He's holding A. He's one of those people that, like, if they defend, you hold A, they don't go after the ball, but they just continue the whole time. So I try to finesse it, but he blocks me because how close he is to me. So here he comes back right on the counterattack with Doumbia. He tries to use the pace, but oh my God, look at that tackle. Højbjerg again. If you guys have to try him out. I know it looked bad right there, but he's really good. And he's cheap. He was only like 1,000 coins, I think, for me. But here comes Doumbia. I knew this is what he was going to do from the beginning, is just run down the wing with him and cross it in. But crossing's not very good this game, as I figured out. So what I was trying to do the whole time was pretty much just contain him in the middle. But all of a sudden, look at that. Frank Lampard. I told you guys, he has a great shot. That's why I think you guys should try him out if you haven't already. Even though you'll probably have to put him more of a cam or center mid role so he can still get up, but he's not the best defender, as I've used him before. But I wish I bet he wishes he could score that against Germany. So 15 minutes in, it's 1-1. So I was trying to get the goal, quick counterattack goal like always, but it didn't really work out, as you guys can see here soon. Sisto, he's extremely strong, but he's kind of off and on. Like, sometimes he'll be really good and sometimes he won't be. Now, I didn't mean to pass it to Breathway, because he wasn't Sisto was way more open than what Breathway was, but it just comes to an end either way. So here I was like, oh crap, there's so many options, and then it just sends it to Højbjerg, who I didn't send it to. Fisher receives it again, finesse, oh what a save. And then Vibe was offsides, which I was like, okay. And then after that, here comes they on tackle. But how do you guys feel about that right there? Is that a free kick? I clearly got the ball, and then all of a sudden he starts it really fast, and then I missed the tackle here and get the ball back. So, and then again, I'm not very good when it comes to passing in this game. And then that again, like I guess I missed the ball and all, but still, that was kind of a weak foul. So I was like, nothing's gonna come out of this, because free kicks aren't very. And that happened. I was like, are you kidding me? So then I was mad, and one of my batteries fell, so I couldn't even control my guy. So it was an easy goal as long as he didn't go down the middle, which he didn't. So then Lampard scored, this is, I'm sorry, Gerrard scored, so now it's 2-1 him with 35 minutes already in the game. So, and then this dude, he was one of the guys that celebrated and didn't click A when it came to after he scored, which I was kind of upset about because it really pisses me off when someone does that. But about to start the second half, and Breathway, he's really good too. Last year I didn't like him because of his high work rates, but this year if you guys tried him out, he's really good. And if you guys notice how hard it is to score off corners, I usually just, where that little D is where I usually aim to send people instead of just crossing it in. And here I was like, okay, I can't have him up 2 goals by or coming in the second half because I know when to come back because he started going ultra defensive, and I was glad that he missed that. So I kick it, just hoping for halftime now. But of course, this game's very inconsistent when it comes to calling halftimes. So it gets to halftime, and I look at the stats saying, okay, maybe he was dominating me. No, he had 3 shots on target. And also realized that I was playing on manual instead of auto switch when it came to air balls and stuff. So starting off the second half, 63rd minute, he misses that way wide. I was like, okay, good. So I get the ball. I wanted to start a quick counter, but my center mids and cams don't really win air balls. But here comes Martin. And I was like, this dude has not had any close range shots. It looks like he's mainly just going for really long shots. So I kept that in mind, and I was like, okay, let's go here. And then I was just like, screw it, let's do his tactic and just run down the wing as fast as I can, because I noticed how how out of energy his team was. And then what happens? Breathway scores. He has 16 goals in 8 games for me, and he's actually really good. I was gonna put Bittner up there just for fun, but Bittner is actually really bad. I know he's really bad in real life too, but like in this game, it's pretty bad. Now, I can't really say that because he's the only Arsenal person in UEFA to score a hat trick. So, I mean, you can't hate him that much. So here we go. I'm like, okay, let's try to score again. It's the 84th minute. Let's try to get that last minute goal so I can start off the series 1-0 and everything. And then look at this. Boop. Go, Fisher. And then I started shushing him because he kept trying to hold the ball when I was down 2-1, and now I'm up 3-2, which I wish this dude would have sent me a message so I could put that in here after the game, but he didn't. But yeah, Fisher, like I said, he's really good. I'd recommend him. He only has 3-star skill moves, which is kind of a shame. Now here I'm just trying to waste time, but the ref would not call it. I bet it was way past 3 extra minutes. So I'm like, okay, get out. And then I keep giving it right back. It's like ping pong. It just kept coming back to each other. See, you see what I mean? Like, I don't understand why passing's so bad in this game. But here I'm like, okay, it's definitely in if I just get it past midfield. So then I started dancing with Agger, and then Brex Umbug just dribbles right down the midfield, and that's game. So we start the series off 3-2, comeback win, which I was very proud of, especially for this dude just holding the ball the whole time. Now, as you guys will see in the second game coming along, that something happened to the Elgato, the scoreline. You'll see. I don't really want to spoil it for you guys, but it didn't end up the way the thing kept it. So there you go, 3-0. And then Vibe didn't have contract, so I had to go and buy a contract real quick. And the second game is against FC Landsharks, which is really funny because that's what we call one of my friends. So he has I like the Dutch kit, the orange one. The blue one's really cool too, but I don't know. I just like the orange one because there's not that many teams with orange kits. I mean, Ivory Coast has one too. But then I see this dude's team, and I'm like, okay, this is gonna be way harder. This team's way better than the first guy's team. So I was like, okay, I'll probably just have to defend a lot. But starting off, it was the boringest game. Like, it just kept going back and forth. It was so boring. And then around the 23rd minute, he gets one attack, and the informed Raphael has heard really good. And then Gundogan just tricks me. That's a pretty nice shot. So I mean, really can't complain about that. So 24 minutes in, he starts winning, which is the first time in the series that we're down first. So, okay, I was like, okay, let's just bring it back real quick. But no, he went and press A, and he also started defending with A the whole game. I was so mad about that because I was like, okay, this dude has a pretty good team with Vidal, which I haven't played against a lot of Vidals. This was my first one out of 15 games. So I'm like, okay, let's just win this real quick. And all of a sudden, I had one attack, but it didn't do anything. Look at that tackle, though. And then I was like, okay, Here we go. Here we go. Counterattack, because that's usually what this team's made for. So I get the ball, and I'm like, okay, this is my perfect chance to start a counterattack. Hoiberg again. Look at this. Just dribbles right past everyone. He's the young Eriksson. And then Vibe blocks just like the first game. Gets blocked, but doesn't give up on the play. And look at that. Scores for the second straight game. And ties our game up 1-1, which I was like, okay, now it's on, because I was pretty much dominating after the time he scored. And then there's a foul right here given, which I was like, did you see that? It nutmegged Breathaway. I just had to put that in. I was like, how are you going to let him get nutmegged right there? And also, I was like, okay, now he might just score here real quick. But yeah, he does. I was like, okay, maybe Agger would save it. No, that was just a nice finish by him. But I was kind of upset the whole thing about Breathaway getting nutmegged up there at the beginning, because I don't really understand how they don't move their feet whenever that happens. Instead, they're just like arguing and stuff. So again, he doesn't click A when celebrating, which I was so ticked about, because that really bugs me, why people just want to watch them celebrate. So we're down another goal, and so here we go. And then I just bully him off the ball, which I thought was going to be a foul, because it just kept being that the whole game. So then Breathaway goes, passes it to Vibe. I'm like, come on, Vibe. Misses. I was like, how did he miss that? He never misses when that comes around. So Hoiberg tries to loft it in and doesn't. But I did score after that, which the Elgato started messing up here. So I scored again in the second half. It was complete domination by me in the second half. It ended up 5-2, but it didn't capture the last goal, which I was kind of upset about, because